Mike D. So I'm gonna get this precept in the book of the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry out loud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. So, first and foremost, want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashimi Hawashai. We out here on another Shabbat to come out here and let the so-called black Latinos and Native American Indians know that we are the biblical Israelites according to the Bible. And it's our job as the prophets to come out and warn our people of the destruction to come. The Most High God said to cry out loud and spare not. So we gotta cry out loud mightily with our voice and to show our people their transgressions and the things that they're doing wrong in order to change. Because the only way we're gonna get the kingdom of heaven is by keeping the commandments. Let's get that precept to prove that. You have some people say the commandments done away with. You ain't gotta keep them no more. Well, this is the last book of the Bible. This is the book of Revelation. The last book of the Bible, chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. So the only way you're going to get the kingdom of heaven is if you keep the commandments. That's the only way. You have people say, I believe, I'm already saved. No, the Bible saying in the last book of the Bible is the only way you're going to get the kingdom of heaven by keeping the commandments. Hey, brother, you got 2 minutes, Kurt? You got 2 minutes? You got 2 minutes? All right. So the only way to get the kingdom of heaven is by keeping the Lord's statutes and commandments. That's the only way you're going to get the kingdom of heaven. So let me get this verse right here. Let me get the book of, let me get Matthew 5 and 17. To show that the law is still in full effect. The Israelites was given the law in the beginning of the Bible, in the book of Exodus. Even before then, the law was already established beforehand, if you got ears to hear. But now the Most High God is still allowing us to keep these same commandments we was given as a people in the beginning of the beginning of time. So let's get this. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. So this is Christ speaking. Christ saying he didn't come to destroy the law. So if Christ didn't come to destroy the law, that means that you still have to keep the law. And a lot of people out here teaching that you don't have to keep the law no more. A lot of people out here saying that the law is done away with, so you can do whatever you want to do. You can eat whatever you want to eat. You don't have to keep the Sabbath day no more. But Christ said, don't think that I come to destroy the law. So he's telling us that because he understands there's going to be a lot of people that may say, we don't got to keep the law no more. So he made it clear, plain as day, don't think that I came to destroy the law. Don't think that my mission is to come on earth to destroy the law. He said, or the prophets. So he said he didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets, because you have brothers on about every corner bringing the word out. We see that the prophets are still in full effect. So he didn't come to destroy the prophets. He said, I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. But what did he come to fulfill? He said he didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets. He came to fulfill. Let's see in the Bible, what did he come to fulfill? Let's get that. This the book of Luke. Hold on. I think it's 24. This the book of Luke, chapter 24 and verse 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. So Christ, when he said he did not come to destroy, but to fulfill, he came to fulfill those things that was written about him in the Bible. You got to think, Christ was prophesied even in the Old Testament to him that he was going to be walking on earth and that he was going to die and be risen. He was prophesied even in the Old Testament. So he came to fulfill those prophecies that were spoken of him by the prophets of old. That's what he came to fulfill. So he said, let me keep going. He said, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, to all be fulfilled. So basically what he's saying is, the Most High God, Yahweh Shai saying, ain't nothing gonna pass from this law until heaven and earth be fulfilled. We know that heaven and earth is not being fulfilled. So that means the law is in full effect. Let me reread what he just said. For verily, verse 18, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law to all be fulfilled. Right? So we still under law to this day, man. We still got to keep the commandments. And you have people go to Paul and say that we don't have to keep the commandments. But let's see what Paul said in Romans 7 and 1. Let's see what Paul said in Romans chapter 7 and verse 1. Because Paul kept the law. Romans 7 and 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. So Paul said, bro, I'm speaking, in Paul's letters, he letting you know who he's speaking to. Paul saying, I'm speaking to brothers and sisters that know the law. The people that was given the law, they know about the law. These the people I'm talking to. So Paul even kept the law in order to be teaching the people that's supposed to know the law already. And even in Proverbs, let's see how effective that the law is, man. Proverbs, I want to say, Proverbs 6 and 23. For the commandments is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the ways of life. So the Bible said the commandments is a lamp, man, and the law is a light. So this is why we have to keep the commandments, bro. Because if you don't keep the commandments, you in darkness. Because if the Bible said the commandments is a law and a lamp and it's light, so what you in if you're not keeping the commandments? That means that you in darkness if you're not keeping these laws and commandments, man. We walk in the darkness. It's literally the walking dead out here in Babylon the Great, which is America. This is why so much wickedness and chaos going on within this wicked nation, right? Because we're not keeping the laws and commandments. So the Most High God is telling us, hey, come back to my laws and commandments. He always saying, keep my commandments. That's how you show God that you love him, by keeping his commandments. Because you have a lot of people say they love God. Let's get that. Everybody say they love God. But how do we show God we love him? We can't go up to him and give him no kiss. We can't go up to him and give him no hug, send him no flowers, write him a letter. We can't do that. So while we here on this earth, because the Bible said faith without works is dead. How do we show God that we love him while we here on earth? Let's get it. This is the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments. So that's plain and simple. This red letters. Christ saying, hey, if you love me, like everybody say they love Christ. But the Bible says if you love him, you would keep his commandments. That's how you show the Most High God that you love him, by keeping his laws and commandments. And he said this in 1 John, because you have a lot of people say they know God. I got a personal relationship with God. You know, I pray to God every day. I talk to God every day. But it's more to it than just talking to God. It's more to it than just praying. You got to do something. He said in 1 John chapter 2 and verse 4, he said, he that saith I know him and keep not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So the Bible saying you have people that say they love God, but if you don't keep the commandments, the Bible says you a liar and the truth not in you. That's why it's very important for us to, as Israelites, the so-called Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians, it's important for us to come back to the Most High God and keep his commandments. Because that's the only way that we going to be delivered out of all this hell that's coming to America. See, a lot of people not telling us what's coming to America. These pastors not telling us the truth about what's going on in this Bible. They only tell you things to make you feel good. They only tell you things so you can keep coming back to the church. They tell you lies so you can keep giving them money. But they not telling you all the hell, all the destruction that's coming to America. Hey, America's literally on this last leg. You literally hearing about Russia and Ukraine and China. They all talking about war all throughout the Bible. And that's prophesied. The Bible said in the book of Matthew, he said that this is how we know that we're going to be in the last times. When you hear about rumors of wars, when you hear about nations fighting against nations, when you hear about every time you turn on your news, it's always something going on about war. This is how we know that we're in the last days, bro. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7. He said, for a nation, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So the Bible letting you know, because the Bible letting you know, this how we know that we're in the last days. He gave us a sign in the Bible so we won't get caught off guard. So we won't be like we didn't know. He said one way to know that we're in the last days is you're going to hear about rumors of wars. You're going to hear about people trying to start wars against other nations. That's what's going on right now. And he said, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For a nation shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So the Bible said also the times that we coming in, we understand, he said it's going to be famines in the land. Now famines just mean it's low on something, like low on food is a famine. And you go in certain countries, they struggling with food, they barely eating, and that's going to come to America. Don't think when you look at all these other countries and you see they all struggling over there, but we all good over here. Don't think nothing ain't gonna happen over here, because it's happening over there for a reason. It's prophecy. It's gonna happen over there, and it's gonna come to America. And that's how we understand that we are in these times. And he said it's gonna be earthquakes in different places. There's a lot of earthquakes that's going on that's been hitting all different type of places that never hit before. So the Bible is speaking to us. We just gotta open this thing up, man. We can't get caught up in this world. We can't get caught up in this way of living, because this way of living is made to trap us, especially for the so-called black and Latino. This place, America, was made to trap us, man. They give us crack, and then they put us in jail for selling crack what they gave us, right? They give us guns in the hood, then we kill each other. They want to give us life. So this America is a trap to destroy us, man. They making money off us. They making gain off us. This place is never made for us to prosper. They give us Juneteenth. They tell us that we free. How are we free when we got to pay bills? How are we free when we got to pay a car note? How are we free when we got to go to our oppressor for food and water? We not free. We are not free. We are still captives in America. We were brought over here as slaves, and we still over here. But they try to tell us that we free so we can get comfortable. They say, here nigga, we gonna give you Juneteenth. So they can say they gave us something. We gave you Black History Month. They gave us the shortest month to talk about Black history. And then we talk about the same people every year, right? They give us all these different things to try to keep us asleep, so we won't wake up and realize, damn, we still slaves. They just did it differently now. The only difference is back then in slavery, they had us in chains. But now they took the chains off to the point where now we in mental slavery. So we don't think we in slavery, but we is, when we got to pay money to our oppressor. The white man is making millions of dollars off our brothers and the athletes, brothers in the NBA. The white man making billions of dollars off of them, making money off of them in the music industry. You feel what I'm saying? We still slaves. And the Most High God, he said this right here in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 7:7. He said, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroy the heart. So the Bible just said, hey, oppression make a wise man mad. And you wonder why, you have people wonder like, damn, what they doing out here? Why they out there with the Bible? Why they out there yelling? Why they out here telling people to repent? The reason why, because we upset. Because we realize, damn, we getting oppressed. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up, got to clock in. You know you're oppressed when you got to tell somebody you finna clock in and when to clock out. And when they tell you when you got to take your lunch break. You feel what I'm saying? We still oppressed. And the Bible said oppression make a wise man mad. So when you realize like, damn, we still being oppressed. We ain't sleep no more. We realizing, bro, we been lied to. Now you starting to see, man, that jump make you mad. It make you upset. And then he said, and a gift destroy the heart. So the Bible said, hey, a gift destroy your heart. The white man give you a gift, or anybody give you a gift, it'll mess you up. Just say you got something going on with you and your brother, right, or your homeboy. It was plenty of times where you had black movement set up, and the white man snuck in there and be like, hey, I'll give you this amount of money if you be in there and you let me know what's going on in there. That what happened with the Black Panthers. The white man, the FBI, they got in there. They paid, I think it was Fred Hampton. They paid, I think that's who it was. They paid him money, basically, to set up the Black Panthers. And that's what the Bible said, a gift destroy the heart, man. So they get the white man he gave us all these gifts. He gave us the what's the money they gave us when they started just giving back money? What they call it?
Like when COVID broke out?
Yeah. When COVID broke out, they started giving us all that money. They gave us, that's them giving us a gift. You know, so we can be quiet. So they want us to be like, well, they can't say nothing to us because we're giving them gifts. Yeah, the refund checks, all of that, man. So the Bible is real. The Bible is speaking about the Israelites, man. It's telling you how it goes. Let me get this verse right here. This the book of this Haggai. Now this is what the Bible said right here. What Haggai get? 11:11. This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 5. Now therefore, thus says the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. So the Bible basically is saying, hey man, you in captivity. The Bible letting you know the reason why the Israelites is in captivity right now is because we didn't listen to God and keep his commandments. So the Most High said, ye have sown in much and bring in little. So the Bible saying, man, you don't put that work in. You done been working 3 or 4 jobs. You done been clocking in. But the Bible said you bring in little. You still ain't, it seems like you still ain't bringing enough. You been working every day, 7 days a week. But it still feel like we didn't bring in enough money to be able to, you know, get the things that we want. He said, you eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe, but there is none warm. And he that earn his wages to be put into a bag with holes. So the Bible said, when you earn your wages, when you earn your money, it's like you putting your money into a bag full of holes. It's like, as soon as you get your money, it's like it's gone already, because you got to start paying for bills, paying for this, got to get somebody this money, and all that money that you just got from your check is gone. This is what the Bible's saying. This is captivity. The Bible said this was going to happen to you. And what's that? Lamentations, the Lamentations. I think that's out of Jeremiah. No. I was gonna get trying to select. I'll be 976. Select. This Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 2. This Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 2. He said, our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. So the Bible basically prophesied, and that happened back then as well, but it's kind of like it's prophesied in what we're going through now. The Bible said we are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money, and our wood is sold unto us. So we really going through this that the Bible said was going to happen. He said we drunk our water for money. We got to pay for water now. If you want to buy the water, you got to go to the store and pay for water that freely falls from the sky. Why do we have to pay for water? Why do we have to pay for fruit? You know, these are things that the earth that grows on the earth. He said we have to pay for water and we have to pay for wood. The Bible says our wood is sold unto us. So even wood is sold to us. And if you want to build a house up, you got to go to the hardware store to get wood to build your house up. Why do you have to pay for wood? You feel what I'm saying? It said, verse 5, our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. So the Bible is talking about the so-called blacks and Latinos. He said our neck is under persecution. We literally are being oppressed. In any state you go to or any place around the world, the so-called blacks and Latinos are always the people that get treated the worst. We always the people that get racially profiled. We always the people that get killed by police. We always the people that get looked at like disrespectfully. We always the people. The Bible said we are under persecution. When you get pulled over by police, if you're a black man or black woman, if you get pulled over by the police, your heart start beating. You don't know if you're gonna die or not. Your heart start beating. You start like, dang, this might be my last time alive. Especially when it's dark time and you get pulled over. You don't know if you're gonna live or die. Cause we are under persecution. We are the people that gotta literally pray and be like, man, I hope I get through the day. You know, I hope I don't get killed. Cause you can get killed by your own people, or you can get killed by the white man. You can get killed by anyone. So we under persecution, man. He said, we labor and have no rest. So the Bible said we labor and have no rest. Black and Latinos we shouldn't even have to work. We built America, man. America wouldn't even be here without black and Latinos. We shouldn't even have to work. All that cotton we picked in slavery, we can't get no free shirt. Why do we have to pay for taxes? We built this country. This country was the Native Americans' land, which is the tribe of Gad, which are the Israelites. They was here first. The Hispanics, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, they were here first. So why are we trying to build a wall to keep the Mexicans out when they here first? You feel what I'm saying? We should be building a wall. We should tell the white man to get out and build a wall so he can't get in, because this land was our people's land. But yet they gotta come over here. They gotta come over here and try to sneak over here to try to live in America when they found this country. Texas was Mexico one time. Texas was part of Mexico at one time. Arizona was part of Mexico at one time. California was part of Mexico at one time. So yeah, all these different states was part of Mexico at one time. But now it ain't part of Mexico no more. The white man, he done snatched it up. Now he done made it now he call it Texas now. It was part of Mexico, now it's Texas. Now it's California. Now it's LA. You know what I'm saying? Which is California. Now it's all these different names. Because the Bible said, this is what the Bible said right here. What he said, I want you to check this precept out right here. They call, this the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. So this verse is letting you know the mindset that they be thinking about. The Bible said their mindset is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So the Bible is telling you that when a white man, when he take over a land, he changed the land of the name and call it after his name. Just like Africa, right? Africa was called the land of Ham. It wasn't always called Africa. It was called the land of Ham. But the white man conquered Africa, and then he named it after his name. Africa was named after a white man named Leo Scipio Africanus. It was named after his last name. So that's why Africa got the name it got, right? Because it was named after a white man. America got its name because it was named after a white man named Amerigo Vespucci. That's how America got his name. So all these different lands, most of them that the white man conquered, he named them after his own self. That's what the Bible said was going to happen. This Bible is real, and it's talking about a group of people, which is the Israelites. This Bible is talking about us. That's why they got to tell us that you're a black man. That's why they got to tell us that we African American. We're not even the color black. Black is the color of my shirt. We're not black. We're not African American, because you can't be two continents. You can't be African and American. Where's the land of black? We say we black people. Where's the land of black at? You got the Asian people, they can go to Asia. The Chinese people can go to China. The Japanese people can go to Japan. Where's the land of black? We call ourselves black, but we can't go to no land called black. It don't exist. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to realize, man, that we've been lied to as a people. Let me get this book right here. This the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemy. So The Most High God said, for you black and Latinos, the Israelites, for y'all disobeying my commandments and my statutes, y'all gonna discontinue from y'all heritage that I gave y'all. And that's what happened right now. This Bible is real. The Bible said we're gonna discontinue, meaning we're not gonna keep our customs no more when we come to America. We're not gonna keep our traditions no more, and we don't. We don't keep our traditions in the Bible no more. We keep the white man traditions. We wasn't keeping Thanksgiving before we came to America. We wasn't keeping Valentine's Day. We wasn't keeping Easter. We wasn't keeping Christmas. And Bibles, you have people keep Christmas. They say Christ was born December 25th. But there's nowhere in the Bible says he was born December 25th. It don't say it nowhere in the Bible. So why do we say Christ was born on a day that the Bible don't even say? Because these are pagan days. All these holidays that the white man got us celebrating are pagan. They don't have nothing to do with what we think it does. Halloween. They tell us Halloween, it's okay, just do it for the kids. Right? But you don't understand. Halloween is one of the satanic days in the whole world. They tell us about Thanksgiving. They tell us, they tell you that Thanksgiving is to be thankful for family members and friends. But Thanksgiving originally happened by the slaughter of 50 million or more Native American Indians. That's where that day Thanksgiving come from. When the white man came over here and slaughtered our people, man. And he made a day called Thanksgiving. So when we partake in that Thanksgiving meal, we partaking in the remembrance of the white man coming over here and slaughtering our people, man. Feel what I'm saying? It's deep. That's why the Bible said we gonna discontinue from our heritage. So now we coming back to our heritage and realizing we've been lied to. We coming to our heritage and realize Jesus is a black man, right? He's not a white man. We coming to realize that the people that the Bible been speaking about from generation to generation is our people. We starting to realize these things as being the people of the book, and that we starting to realize where we come from, which is Jerusalem and Northeast Africa. That's where we from. We starting to wake up and realize who he is, man. And that's what the Most High God plan was, for us to go through this captivity and realize who he is so he can come and save us. Because real soon that sky gonna crack open. It may sound like a fairy tale. It may sound like a movie, but that sky gonna crack open, and you're gonna see millions of chariots in the sky coming for destruction and deliverance of the Israelites. Thus says the Lord. Let me get this precept right here. This the book. What I'm finna get, man? What verse I'm finna get? Baruch chapter what?
Yeah, Baruch 4:1.
No.
Dang.
This the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. That's what I want. He said, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So the Most High God said, I know they're not going to hear me. He know that. He already knew. Just like when he told Moses, hey, Pharaoh not going to hearken to you, but just do it anyway so I can show my works. Same thing now. He know that he said, for I knew that they would not hear me because it's a stiff-necked people. He understand because we talking through the Most High God is talking through us. So he already know that, man, they're not gonna listen to y'all. But I'm gonna let this happen. The Most High God saying I'm gonna let this happen though. So my plan can play out. He said, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves and shall know that I am the Lord their God. So the Bible said, the Most High God saying, hey, in the land of their captivity though, they gonna remember me. And they land of their bondage, when they gotta pay taxes, when the white man got their foot on their neck, when they gotta stay in the projects, when they killing each other, a few of them gonna wake up. A hand-picked few is gonna wake up though. He knew that. They gonna wake up and know they gonna wake up and realize that we the Israelites. They gonna wake up and realize we gotta keep these commandments. He knew that. He said this, it's prophecy. In the land of your captivity, you gonna remember me. and shall know that I am the Lord their God. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear. So all this is prophesied, man. All this stuff that's going on within our people, right? All this stuff going on with black on black crime and the things that we're going through by getting oppressed from all these different nations. This stuff is planned for the Most High to show his power at the end of the day, man. This stuff is planned so the Most High can show himself, because a lot of people done forgot about the Most High God. A lot of people done forgot how the Most High God operate. They say y'all love now. They say he love everybody. They say y'all sweet. He want her to fly. They forgot that he said this. Exodus chapter 15 in verse 3. He said, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. So the Bible said, hey, the Most High God said that he a man of war. He a man of war. Meaning if a person is a man of war, they're about business. They're about bloodshed. They're about looking after their brother. They're about weapons. They're about destruction. They're about bombing. The Most High God said that he a man of war. So a lot of people done forgot about the Most High God and how he operate and how he move as being a God of Israel. So he allowing all this stuff to play out. He ain't showing his face for a reason. He ain't showing his face so people can get comfortable, so he can pop out and be like, yeah, I'm still here. They gonna see then. People gonna see then, man. This wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. So that's going into the time that we coming in, right? What up, cuz? What's up? So the Bible said this going into the time. These are times that we coming in. The Bible said he said, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. So this coming into the time, this is prophesied during the time of our deliverance. He said, hey, them men gonna be standing in great boldness in that day. In that day, when he come back and save us, you're gonna have men standing in great boldness. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. So let's talk about the other nations now. The Bible said when they see how strong we standing, the countenance on our face, that we are about business, they're gonna be terrified. And he's saying they shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. So the Bible said they're gonna be amazed at our salvation. They're gonna be amazed at seeing so-called UFOs come and delivering so-called Negroes. They're gonna be like, what the? They're gonna be like, man, we ain't never. That's the last thing on their mind. They thinking a rapture finna happen. They not thinking about a UFO invasion coming and saving black people. So when they see that, it's gonna be like, man, like that's beyond what I thought was gonna happen. Verse 3, they repenting and groaning, for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom he had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. So they saying, let me keep going. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. So they're gonna be like, man, the Israelites, we counted their life as nothing. These the people that God coming to save. They're gonna be mad about that. The Bible said they're gonna be groaning. He said, this was he, my bad. Verse 3, and they repenting and groaning, for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves. So the Bible letting you know they're gonna be groaning, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be like, dang, like these the people of the Bible? These are God's chosen people? The black Latinos and Native American Indians? These are the people that God coming back to save? They're gonna be groaning and mad at that, man. They're gonna be upset at that. They're not gonna be able to deal with that, man. And that's what's gonna happen. And it says, we fools accounted his life madness, his end to be without honor. So they count our life madness, bro. They count our life as nothing. We see that throughout time, throughout history, even to 2023. We see that they count our life as nothing. That's why it don't take nothing in them to really kill us. They hunt us down like animals, the police. They hunt us down as animals. We see that it don't take them as nothing to kill us, man. They can do it easily because they look at us as nothing. What they say we 3/5 of a man, they don't even look at us as a whole human being. So that's why the Bible said what it said on how he see us, how they gonna see us and be like, man, these the children of the Most High God. These are the people that God is related to. These are the people that God loves. These are the people that God is sending his son down to save. They're not going to be able to deal with that, man. They're not going to be able to handle the truth of who we are. They're not going to be able to handle the truth on us being Israelites or us being gods of this earth. The new rulers of this earth, the new government is going to be Israelites. They're not going to be able to handle that. All praises. This is the book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than man. The God of our fathers raised up Yahushua, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. Him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. So we've been here for a minute, man. We've been here in America for a long time. And we may feel like we always gonna be here. We feel like we don't have a savior. We feel like we don't have nobody to come and deliver us from out this captivity. But the Most High God, he's coming back for the Israelites. He coming back for the people that's getting oppressed. He coming back for his people that's crying out and begging him, to save us. He here for his people that's going through hell physically and spiritually in his flesh, to keep walking on the right path. He coming back for these people, bro. He coming back for the Israelites that's teaching repentance. They're trying to get their life right. These are the people that he's coming back for. So we got to make sure that we part of that number. What that song say? When the saints go marching in, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. That's real. You never heard that song? Oh, when the saints go marching in. You never heard that song?
No.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number. You ain't never heard that?
No. Never mind.
Yeah, so let me get this preset right here.
That's new.
Let's see what the saints is. Cause that song was yeah, listen to that song, we go home. That song was talking about us. We the saints of the Most High God. Everybody's not saints. As people would say, they say being a saint is being holy. Or you a saint when you holy. But no, being a saint is, you gotta be a certain bloodline in order to be called a saint. You gotta be, just like you gotta be a certain bloodline to be called a Negro or a Caucasian. You gotta be part of a certain bloodline to be called those things. Now, in order to be called a saint, you have to be part of a certain bloodline. Let me show you how you know you're a saint or not. This is the book of Psalms. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. So the Most High God basically saying the saints are the people that made a covenant with the Most High God by sacrifice. Those are the saints that the Most High God is looking at. Now, who are the people that made a covenant with the Most High God by sacrifice? Let's see. Let's see who these people is. And these people that he made a covenant with are the saints. Romans 9 and 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God. Hold up. And the promises. So the Israelites received everything, man. They received everything. They are the ones that made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice. That's why he just said in Romans 9 and 3. So the Israelites are the Israelites are the saints according to the Bible. The blacks, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, all the Hispanics. We are the Israelites according to the Bible, man. We are the saints according to the Bible. We are the people that's going to be ruling this earth to come. We are the people that's going to be in authority when Yahushua come back in New Jerusalem. Under Yahushua, we're going to be in authority. We're going to be the kings and the princesses and the other nations. There's other nations that we had to serve in slavery. They're going to have to serve us in the kingdom of heaven. Let's prove that. That's just judgment. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, in verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So that's going to us. The kingdom of heaven to come is for the Israelites. That's why the kingdom of heaven only got 12 gates. It got 12 gates in Revelation 21 and 12. Not one gate. The kingdom of heaven got 12 gates, and those gates are for the Israelites. So that kingdom of heaven to come is going to be for the Israelites. And the people that's going to have to serve the Israelites, let's see what's going to be going on with them. He said, and the people shall take them. So we're going to take the other nations. All the other nations that had us in captivity, because every other race had us in captivity before in our lifetime. The Chinese had us in captivity before. The Arabs, people don't speak about the Arab captivity. They did us dirty too. The white people had us in captivity. The East Indian people had us in captivity. Every race under the heavens had us in captivity. So we're going to take them like they took us. He said, and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. So the Bible said, once we take them, we're gonna possess them as servants and handmaids. Same way we did with them. We served them as servants and handmaids. We had to clean up for them. We had to go in the pit. We had to go in the fields and pick cotton for them. Had to wash their clothes. Had to wash their children. If we didn't do right, we got whooped. These are the things that we had to do. And the Bible said, man, they're going to have to do the same thing. It's going to be a full circle. It's going to be so-called quote-unquote karma. What goes around comes around. Y'all did this to a certain group of people. Now y'all got to go through it. So he said, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were. So we're going to take them captives. The same way they took us captives in captivity. The same way we had yokes of iron upon our neck in captivity. The same way we had to go, and we ain't pick enough cotton. We got our backs beat by a whip. The same time we was out there, you had our children 5 years old. They out there picking cotton in 90-degree weather. The same time we had to go through all these things, the Bible said they're going to be servants and handmaids. In the kingdom of heaven, in New Jerusalem, they're going to have to serve us. They're going to have to watch our children while we having a good time party. They're going to have to be in our fields picking food for us. Right? They're going to be out there getting whipped if they don't pick a certain amount of food in a time limit. They're going to have to go through that. And it says, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're gonna rule over them. Just like they ruled over us, we're gonna rule over them. We're gonna tell them what to do. They're gonna have to obey what we say. We tell them to go pick that cotton or go pick that fruit, they're gonna have to do it. And if they don't, this was gonna happen right here. This is why Christ said this. This is why Yahweh said this. That Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So the Bible saying basically, we're gonna rule them with a rod of iron. The same way they had a rod of iron in their hand, they had a whip in their hand. It's the same with the Most High God, Yahweh Shai. He gonna give us that rod of iron to be able to rule them with, because he know it's gonna be some of them that's gonna try to buck up. We're gonna tell them to come keep the feast day. I don't want to do that. We're gonna tell them you can't eat pork. I want to eat pork. So we know he know that, so he gonna give us a rod of iron to be able to discipline them with. So if they get smart, then we're gonna have that rod of iron to whip them with. Hey, I talked to y'all last time.
Yeah.
Well, y'all remember who y'all was?
Yeah.
Who y'all is?
King.
King. It's another name in the Bible. It starts with an I.
Israel.
Israel. All right, y'all. We the Israelites, man. Remember that, bro. Hey, we the Israelites, and Christ is coming back, man. We gotta repent and keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? We kings. Hey, you know Jesus was a black man? How you knew that? I can show it to you real quick. Let me read it to you real quick before y'all go, man. Yeah, hey, Jesus is a black man. And that's why I got that sign right here. I put Jesus the black man because we see when we on TikTok and on social media, we see Jesus being white. We see him as having blonde hair and blue eyes. But I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna read to y'all that he look like us. This Revelation 1 and 14. He said his head and his hairs were white like wool. So Jesus had white woolly hair. So he had texture hair like we got. Like, you know, our hair be curly. You know, you know, we can twist it. He had hair like us. And he said, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. So his eyes was red. Jesus had red eyes. He didn't have blue eyes. He had red eyes. And he said, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if it burnt in a furnace. So Jesus' feet was like dark black. So ain't y'all feet the same color y'all body? So if Jesus had dark black feet, how his whole body look?
Dark black.
Dark black. He was an Israelite. He came from the tribe of Judah. We come from the tribe of Judah. You know, more likely. So we come from the same tribe that Christ come from. So he was a black man. So anybody try to tell y'all he white, or if y'all may go to church and y'all may see an image of Jesus and they say he white, that ain't true. He look like us, man. You know what I'm saying? He came from the same tribe we came from. So you remember you remember some foods I said that we ain't supposed to eat? Did I tell you that? As us being the Israelites. What's some meat? What's some meat that the Bible said we can't eat? You remember?
I think it was pork.
Yup, that's one of them. That's one of them. You remember what about in the waters?
In the waters.
Yeah. Like it's some type of creatures in the water that he said we're not supposed to eat because they bottom feeders. They eat everything at the bottom of the water. We love to eat them though. At a seafood boil, we love eating these things.
Shrimp.
Right? That's one of them. We ain't supposed to eat shrimp.
Crabs.
You're not supposed to eat crabs.
And fish.
Certain fish though. Let me get it real. Let me prove that. This Leviticus in the Bible in the law, chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that be in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and the rivers, them shall ye eat. So the Bible is saying if you eat anything that come out the water, they gotta have fins and scales. So fish do got certain fish got fins and scales, but like catfish, you can't eat catfish because it got fins, but it don't got scales. But most fish, they got fins and scales, but some of them don't. But we know we can't eat crabs, shrimp, lobsters, because they don't got no fins and scales. So we ain't supposed to eat those things because if you ever see a crab in the water, they always at the bottom of the water. Shrimp is always at the bottom of the water, eating all the nasty stuff, eating all the doo-doo, eating all the insects at the bottom of the water. So the God told us if we the Israelites and we kings, he said, I don't want my kings to be eating no sea roaches, because that's what they is. They sea roaches. So he said, I don't want y'all eating those things, man, because y'all gonna mess y'all body up if y'all eat pork and eat shrimp. That's what's killing us. Pork could kill you. Them pork chops, that bacon, that pepperoni, that ham, it tastes good, but end of the day when you get older, it's gonna affect your body, man. It's gonna kill you. And the Most High God told us not to eat it. So y'all remember what these was? You remember what these was?
I can't remember.
You good. I ain't talked to y'all in a while, man. I ain't never talked to you, but I thought I talked to you though. That's y'all cousins?
I'm a stepbrother.
Stepbrother, okay. All praises, man. Y'all gotta look after each other, man. Let me get this real quick. Cause both of y'all Israelites. We all brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Just cause we don't got the same father, same mother, we come from the same person. We come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. These are the people of the Bible. We come from these people, so we the same people, man. So this Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. He says, speaking to the children of Israel, we the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garment. So these called fringes. So I'm gonna show you why I got these on. It's the reason why God told us as being Israelites to have these fringes on. He said, in the border of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. So that's why I also got a ribbon of blue on my fringes, because he told us if we wear these fringes, they gotta have a ribbon of blue at the top. This right here can be any color, but the top gotta have a blue on it. He said, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, which ye use to go a horn. So the reason why the Most High God told us to wear these fringes is to remember his commandments. So if I ever think about eating shrimp, or I ever think about eating pork, I would look down at my fringes and be like, man, I can't do that. God told me I ain't supposed to eat that food. He told me that it's going to defile my body. So these is the reason why we wear these, to basically to remember God. Cause sometimes we may be walking around and we may forget that I ain't supposed to eat pork. Okay? Especially when you first learn about it, you may finna eat some pork. But if you look down at your shirt, you'll be like, man, I ain't supposed to eat no pork. I'm an Israelite. Man, I can't eat no shrimp. I'm an Israelite. So these are reminders for us to remember. Even my wife, she got some on the bottom of her dress. So women wear them too, so they can remember to do good and keep the commandments of God, man. So let me give y'all a card real quick. Y'all be on YouTube? Yeah, my YouTube on there is Obadiah, the one that start with an O. You know, I'll be posting a video on there, man, just spreading the truth. You know, letting our people know that we are the Israelites. And look into this, but this talk about us. This Bible, the real Jews are black. Famine is coming. Jesus is a black man. That black and Hispanics are the Israelites. That's true. We are the people of the Bible, man. And the white man, they don't want us to know that. They don't want us to know who we is. They want to tell us that we nothing. They want to tell us that we monkey. They want to tell us that. And the reason why we may be going through stuff, it's hard. It's hard living, man. Especially when you being so-called black, it's hard to live. You know, a lot of our parents got to work 3 jobs. Then sometimes a lot of our people go without eating. It's hard. And the reason why we going through this stuff is because we didn't listen to God. But soon, we're not going to have to go through this stuff no more. Soon, we're going to have the kingdom of heaven. We're going to be in rulership. And we're going to have authority. So all this stuff that we see is temporary. All this stuff that we go through on a daily basis, it's only temporary. It's not forever. He sent us out here. He sent me out here to talk to y'all and tell y'all that. This stuff that we going through is not forever, man. It's all this pain that we going through is only for a little bit of time. Because he's sending his son. His son back is coming to save us. Huh? Yeah. That's why I gave it to you. Hey, subscribe to the YouTube, because we be posting lessons on there. We be teaching. So definitely subscribe. I'm gonna start probably coming out here a little more too. So if y'all got any questions, y'all can definitely come out here and ask for any questions y'all want. So y'all got any questions at all? Alright, so remember, man, that y'all the Israelites. Remember that we God's chosen people, and we have to keep his commandments. Stay away from the pork. If you want bacon, they got turkey bacon. You don't gotta eat pork bacon. They make beef bacon, they make turkey bacon, they make turkey sausages. You can eat you can eat all these, you can eat chicken, you can eat beef, you can eat turkey. Just stay away from that pork, man. That pork is bad. And them shrimp, them lobsters, stay away from that too, man, because God gonna come back and kill people that's eating those things. You eat pork, you eat shrimp, when God come back, he's gonna kill you because you being disobedient. He told us not to do it, and a lot of our people still do it. So man, it ain't hard to stay away from that, man. Get y'all some fringes. You can get these on Amazon, or it's an app called Etsy. They have these on here. They don't be that much, man. If y'all get some, hey, my rib, she sewed, so she can put them on y'all shirts and stuff like that. Cause some shirts I got, she put them on my shirt. So we keeping the commandments by wearing these, because Christ had these on. Jesus walked the earth, he had these on. So that's why he told us to wear them, so we can be in the image and walk in the way that he walked. You know, so that's it. Y'all good with it? Y'all good with it? Mm-hmm. All right, so who y'all live?
I also remember that you said that we taught white people how to bathe and stuff like that.
We did. We told them. That's back in the times it was a time called the Dark Ages, when we had rural Europe. We had taught them how to bathe because they didn't know how to bathe, and some of them still don't. We had to teach them how to do everything. We had to teach them how to cook. We had to teach them how to shower, how to do everything, because they couldn't do it without us. They couldn't live on this earth without us. They need us here, but they tell us to go back to Africa. They'll tell you to go back to Africa, but they really don't want you to go, because if you leave, they're not gonna make no money. If you leave, they realize that they're not gonna know how to do nothing without us. So they need us here, man. We taught them how to do every single thing. Everything we taught them how to do. So that's how you know that we God's chosen people, because we had to teach them how to do everything. They can't do the stuff that we do. They can't dance how we can. They can't cook like we do. We had to teach them how to do these things in order to live, man. And they're going to have to pay for all the stuff that they did to our people. The Bible said that they got to pay for all the crimes that they committed for us. How they treat us here, how they call us the N-word, how they the police be killing us. They got to pay for that, man. And Jesus, which name is Yahweh Shah, he going to come back and set everything straight. So y'all keep the faith, man. You had something? You finna say something? Oh, okay. So you had something? You had something else? Alright, so I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all look on the YouTube. Y'all look on the YouTube, and y'all gonna learn something. Y'all Israelites. All praise to the Most High, man. Alright.
What, the street lights on?
Street lights on.
Get your money running.
Alright, man. So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shemi Hawashah, man. Kwame Asharala. We got next. Israel on the rise. You heathen better be watching and be ready, because we coming for you.
That right.